Hello, I'm Pavan Kapri and today I'll be presenting our work on embedding justice and inclusion using data-driven intersectionality personas with Atlas. Let me start by giving you a quick overview of our challenge. Our challenge is to design a framework for creating AI personas that moves beyond basic ethical compliance to actively promote fairness, inclusion, and authentic representation. Our goal includes embedding globally recognized social values such as justice, inclusion, and authenticity. The focus is on designing a framework for AI personas that not only meets ethical standards but actively promotes fairness, inclusion, and authentic representation for all users. For the prototype, we developed a straightforward framework. We chose to use the intersectionality wheel, which encompasses categories such as race, class, nationality, and more. From each category, we select one attribute based on bias probability. This bias is informed by research, ensuring that underrepresented communities have a fair chance of representation. With these selected attributes, we construct a general framework for our persona. For example, the general framework for a persona named Alex would be Alex is a bisexual Asian male from a lower middle income family. He is an Australian with a learning disability. Next, educators incorporate course specific framework to the persona, aligning it with relevant course knowledge. In this case, Alex is a leader in educational setting. He will interview candidates applying for teaching positions in Victorian Public School. Finally, we add emotions to the persona to make it more human-like. This is how we create a non-stereotypical human-like AI persona. For the purpose of this project, our focus is limited to developing the general framework portion of the prototype. So why do we use a general framework? That's because it ensures foundational fairness and eliminates human selection bias. It supports complex intersectional identities and enables scalable real-time persona creation. For this project, the scope is a data-driven engine that assigns persona traits using demographics and intersectionality theory. We focus only on trait selection and backstory generation for this project. Course-specific customization and emotional modules are handled separately. Expected outcomes include the reliable production of intersectional identities that reflect real populations, a reduction in bias and stereotypes, and the creation of a solid foundation for richer customizable training modules in the future. We follow a phased methodology. This means new features are introduced step by step, ensuring smooth adoption across the organization. Phased rollout reduces risks when compared to deploying everything at once. At each stage, feedback is gathered and incorporated to improve future phases. Resource management also becomes easier as challenges can be addressed as they arrive. Our approach is grounded in four key principles: ethical inclusion, data driven decision making, transparency and accountability, and scalable learning. This strategy is a strong fit for Atlas because it aligns with how schools operate, allows for real feedback from stakeholders, reduces bias, and builds trust, and supports easy adoption by educators and students. The implementation is divided into several key phases. Phase 1: Research and Data Acquisition, where we collect demographic data and set project goals. Phase 2: Algorithm design and testing, building prototypes and running pilots for early feedback. Phase 3: Stakeholder review and refinements, expanding the engine and addressing user inputs. Phase 4: Platform integration and launch, rolling out the solution and auditing its fairness. The final phase, Phase 5, continuous monitoring and improvement, using biannual audits and ongoing feedback. Our main stakeholders are Atlas leadership, data and diversity teams, developers, educators and students, plus inclusion and ethics advisors. Now, let's look at key roles. The data scientist gathers and analyzes data, designs algorithms, and checks for bias, especially during setup and review. The software engineer builds and tests the system and handles technical integration. The DEI consultant advises on inclusion and fairness and leads work with all stakeholders. The project manager keeps the team organized and ensure we stay on track and on budget. Educators give feedback, test new features, and help with improvements and rollouts. Quality assurance tests the system and checks that updates work smoothly and as expected. Most of our budget is dedicated to our personnel. The core team consists of data scientist and software engineer working full time for 6 months, a DEI consultant part time for 4 months, and a project manager for 6 months at quarter time. Educators participate part time while quality assurance provides input as needed. For technology, we rely on secure cloud computing and storage, licensed demographic datasets, and training materials for workshop. No major hardware purchases are needed due to our cloud first approach. This makes up the total to be 145,000 Australian dollars. Our main risk areas are data reliability and bias, technical and security risks, and user adoption challenges. For data reliability, risks include using outdated data or generating biased outputs. We mitigate these by using current data, conducting regular reviews, and gathering expert feedback. Technical and security risks involve integration challenges and privacy concerns. Our strategy includes small scale integration, following strict security protocols, and meeting all privacy regulations. For user adoption, we focus on resistance or low engagement. We address this by launching pilots, providing clear training, and collecting feedback to make necessary improvements. We continuously prioritize and address high impact risks with mitigation strategies dedicated to each risk area. We measure success by how well the system creates fair, unbiased personas that feel real to both teachers and students. To understand how well we are reaching these goals, we look at several key indicators. First, the persona generated should reflect the real diversity found in our community, capturing various backgrounds and identities. We also listen closely to teachers and students, gathering their feedback to ensure personas feel relatable and genuine in practice. Another important measure is the reduction of bias. We regularly audit the system and review a user input to make sure that stereotypes and inaccuracies are fading, not slipping away. Finally, the system needs to work smoothly within Atlas, so technical reliability and seamless integration are essential part of our evaluation. To assess these indicators, we consistently audit satisfaction surveys and by consulting independent diversity experts. Whenever we learn something new, we update the system so it keeps getting better. In the first 6 months, we'll be looking for early signs of success, like whether personas clearly reflect the diversity in our community, audits come back without any big stereotypes, people give us positive feedback, and all teachers get up to speed quickly. Looking for further ahead, our long-term goal is for regular audits to keep confirming fairness, to hear fewer concerns about misrepresentation, to see more teachers and students making use of the system, and to notice a real growth in inclusivity over time. In our next steps, once we launch, we'll send out surveys, run audits, start new stakeholder sessions next month, and keep everyone updated with what we are learning. The following is our reference list. Thanks for being here and making it to the end. Thank you.